Okay, what's this book called, Osiris?
It's potty time.
Potty, yes, Going to the Potty by Fred Rogers. Someone has the hippie cups. Yes, look, when babies are little, there are many things they can't do by themselves. They can't get dressed by themselves. They can't even eat by themselves. There are lots of things their moms and dads need to do for them. Babies wear diapers. Some diapers are made of cloth and some are made of paper and plastic. Sometimes they feel warm and dry. If you wear diapers, you know how good that can feel. Yeah, like you, right? We're getting ready to potty train you. But sometimes diapers get wet. Yeah? Are you ready for potty training?
No.
Yes, you are. Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of Mother New Moon Children's Book Reviews. I am Mother New Moon, and this week we are going to do another nostalgic favorite. This is Going to the Potty by the one, the only Mr. Fred Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Oh yeah. And we got this book because we are entering the phase where we are going to begin potty training our little one. And you know, we're first time parents. We don't know what we're doing. We're going to be enlisting some help from the OGs and the family to help us. But we figured, you know, since we're all bookworms, you know, a book about potty training can't hurt. And when I saw this, I had to buy it because it's Mr. Fred Rogers. Like, how many of you guys grew up on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood like me? Oh yes. So, first off, I'm going to say one of the things I like about this book is that it's not, aside from being by Mr. Fred Rogers himself, it's a very easy read. As you can see, the pictures are realistic. They're actual. I don't know if they're like actual families, but they depict families. They're not animated as the previous books that I have been showing on this IGTV have been. I believe this book was first published, 1986. This book is from the 80s, so it is a bit dated. I will say my only con about the book is that some of the language is a bit too advanced for a little one to understand. For example, you know, we read this to our little one to get him, and he actually loves the book. Time to go to the potty. For instance, here it says, something else children learn as they grow is how to urinate and make bowel movements in the toilet instead of their diapers. Urine and BMs come out of our bodies. They're things our bodies don't need. So it's like, you know, reading this to toddler who you're about to potty train or who's potty training, they don't understand what urinate and, you know, BMs are. You know, you say things like pee pee and poo poo or whatever word that you may use with your little one. So my husband and I, when we're reading this book to Osiris, we substitute the language and we do, you know, we say pee pee or poo poo because that's what he knows. That is what he understands. So yes, just getting back to the language, the story is just the journey from wearing your diaper to, you know, what it means to learn how to do all these little things by yourself. How, you know, when you're a little tyke, how you need your mommy and daddy to pretty much help you with everything. You don't know how to do anything, you know, even to help change your diaper. But as you grow, as you get older, you begin to do things independently, like feed yourself, play with your sandbox, paint and color. Like all of those things are like referenced in the book. And once again, they're all used, like there are actual pictures, children. You see children here, she's painting with her hands. You see the young guy here, he's eating by himself. You see her down here, she's putting on her shoes by herself. And also what I love is that there are different like nationalities and cultures of people represented throughout this book. Something that Mr. Rogers was famous for is, you know, you grew up watching his shows. He never shied away from, you know, controversial topics. He was already talking about diversity and equity and inclusion before it was a thing to be discussing like we're discussing now. Mr. Rogers was all about that. Hence this book that was published in 1986. It was already depicting that just from the different displays of families in here. You have white families, you have black families, you have Asian families in this book. So that's right away, I loved that that was incorporated in this book. So yes, it's one of my favorites. We read it to him often, and I'll just read the little on the back here from some of the critics. Going to the Potty. This one is by Publishers Weekly. Going to the Potty handles a sensitive subject with the same quiet candor and respect for young audiences that are the hallmark of his Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood TV show. And then the School Library Journal, a very low-key, low-pressure book. It is not a toilet training manual, but rather a book to show a child how using the toilet fits into the whole idea of growing up and learning new skills. So yes. Once again, this one is another favorite. Just to go back over, it's a very easy, simple read. It's not very wordy. It has realistic pictures. You have children, you have families, you have children and families of all, you know, just many diverse backgrounds, which is also awesome. Especially being an interracial family like we are. We want our son to always see various depictions of families, not just one type of family. And so we have, my only con is some of the language is a little bit advanced. So when you're reading this to your little one to inspire them to start going to the potty, whatever words you use, instead of us saying urinate and BMs like what's in here, pee pee poo poo once again. So yes, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Mother New Moon Children's Book Reviews here on IGTV. Stay tuned. I'll be uploading these every week. I'm excited to keep bringing you great books for your little ones. So have a great weekend and a great week ahead.